there. That's where I'm gonna get all my student loan debt money. Let's go. Alright y'all, we are on red alert. I am running out of hot sauce. I'm gonna try and find a good alternative. Hello. Enjoying that apple? I would too. Yes, I gave you that apple. Oh, so that's how it's gonna be. Okay, so bad news. There's no Louisiana. Good news. I got some Tabasco, that could work. Maybe some Red Hot. And the Sriracha hot sauce. Oh Lord, that's actually really good. What's up everybody? It is now November 10th, 2019. We're about to start practice here soon. Just thought I'd try and get this thing started, but so far just a couple of updates really. We're getting ready for our regional game tomorrow. I forget who we play, but I'll probably take a look and tell you later. But anyway, so we're about to get everything started. Just I'll tune in with you afterwards. Okay, so we just got done with practice. Energy was kind of low, not gonna lie. I think it's a little bit of our morale. We've lost our last 4 games in the Bucks League, so it's just been kind of rough and trying to get used to that. But I feel like that we're just like right there. I don't know what we need to do. We're just not there yet, you know? So right now, I'm actually gonna head home and rest just a little bit because the gym will actually be open around 4 o'clock. So I'm gonna go in and just like get some shots up for about an hour, and I'll go, I guess before then I'll go into a little bit more detail. Once I get back home, I'll try and talk a little bit more. All right, so I am actually in my room. As you can tell, it's a slight bit dirty because I am lazy. I am tired all the time. Not in a bad way, but anyway, so we've been on our reading week this week when it came to academics, so I was able to get my project done, and I should be starting on the other one, but the boy works best under pressure, so I'm gonna wait it out until like the last 3 days. You know me. Anyway, but with more detail into basketball, so we've lost our last 4 Bucks League matches, and it feels like each one has just been kind of getting a little bit farther away. The first one we only lost by 3 because of a half-court shot. We probably would have won in overtime. The second one, we were in the game the entire time. We just ended up losing by 3 and just couldn't get over that hump. The third one, we were down 40 and then came back to 13 against UEL, East London. But this last one against Solent, I don't really know what happened. We were up at the half by about 1 or 2, and then just something happened in the third quarter where they were just hitting all their shots. They're not known for being outside shooters, and they just started hitting shots and driving in easy on some of us, and it just ended up not being a good loss. So I'll just leave it at that pretty much. So right now I think we're just struggling like morale wise, but also just we're struggling to find what our identity is. Sorry, that hair is bothering me. Hair. Anyway, so I think we're struggling to find our identity in how we want to run our offense well enough, but more so our defensive identity. We don't have a lot of practice time to really figure it out, and I don't think that we actually work hard enough on, well, we don't really work enough on different rotations in different situations like I'm used to back at Hendrix, or really just some of the fundamentals. I mean, granted, we should already know the fundamentals, but it's always good to go back to the root of what you need to know and then build up on that foundation. And I don't think that we've been like maintaining our foundation very well. So that's that part. Me personally, it's really hard to find my niche. I feel myself going back into the role of the
pretty much the guy that's going to do the dirty work. And I don't mind it, but I don't like being stuck back there because I'm the only one willing to do what's necessary for us to even stay in the game. I mean, I would consider myself more of a Draymond Green kind of style where I help dictate everything on defense very well, different rotations and everything from at least what we have. And I'm able to guard anybody that I can. Just low post is going to be hard because I need to try and work them into a different position before they even try to make their move. But that's a whole nother big thing. If you want, just, I guess, leave a comment just if you want me to actually make like a breakdown video of just my internal defensive thinking, but I doubt y'all probably want to see all that or hear all me just talking like that. Anyway, but I mean, I do have a little bit more of an offensive role. They see me as a really good shooter and someone that can drive and kick really well. But at the same time, some players, just because I'm mainly in the post guarding, treat me as if I'm a true post. And in a way, I don't really appreciate it. I've worked really hard on my ball handling. I've practiced as a guard. I've played as a post. I have experience in both. So why not just treat me as if just any other player? You know, I can dribble the ball up when necessary and then give it to someone that probably sees something better than I can. I don't want anyone thinking I'm not capable of doing things.
Sorry, I wanted to move because the light is starting kind of glaring in that top corner right there. But anyway, so it's not a regional game. I think that will be a little bit towards the summer. But this is just a local league just to get us some minutes and to really figure out who we are and how we can work best together. Just to work on some stuff and just to get some playing time because we only have 10 games in the Bucks League minus the cup games that we have. So we'll go against a team called the Bears, and we'll be going over to this place, Sir David English Sports Hall, I guess, or they call it like BH Live Center. It was the same place where Dre and I went for the NBA altitude retreat thing. We'll be going back there. Their gym is actually really good. I think we'll play a lot better because there'll be a lot more space for us to work with. We can get a lot of drives and kicks, and we're expected to do really well. We just had to actually move the ball offensively, but if anything, it's talk defensively, get better energy, know where we're going to rotate, and then boxing out, because we let so many offensive rebounds get in, and it just gets tiring being the only one to block out. Granted, I mess up too, but I feel like I box out primarily most of the time. So before I go and take this wonderful nap, I'm finally going to fulfill the church search. Tonight I'm heading to Love Church near the square. That'll start at 7. So after I take this nap and then go shoot around for a little bit, I'm going to shower, going to get on the bus, I'm going to get me some Jesus. Okay, so I'm back in here. What's going on, Rob? How's it going?
How we doing?
Doing pretty good. Want to say anything for the people back home?
I ain't got nothing.
But they just finished up their practice, so I'm gonna get a couple of shots up for a local game. So I will talk to you after this. I just wanted to get a little bit of a different setting than my own room. So. Okay, so I just got done over at the gym. Just did some light shot work, not a lot. Worked a little bit with floaters because I saw some opportunities where when I would have a drive, but I wouldn't go all the way in at the rim. I could just float it up above the big post players. So we'll see how it can translate in the game. But anyway, every time. I'm sorry. Anyway, so right now I'm actually heading to my place so I can shower and then catch the bus and down to the square where the church is at, and I'll be going there. But while we're walking, I will, I guess, talk a little bit about, a little bit more of why basketball is just a little bit difficult right now. Let me tell you, I forgot to mention, the referees are terrible here. I'm not kidding. Like, I miss American referees with a passion. Like these guys, I don't know, it feels like that they anticipate calls so much that they call the wrong ones and then they let the actual stuff go. And I remember the last game, one of our captain, Alan, who has never had any trouble with the referees in his entire playing career, he literally just got ran over while shooting a 3. He made it. He wasn't even talking to the ref, but he was running up the court and he was like, "Come on, man." And then boom, they gave him a tag. And it was already just a game where they just dictated the entire thing. So it's happened a lot, but the last game was definitely worse. I could talk about it all day, but I need to move on to other stuff. So it's actually gotten a lot colder here. I heard that back in my hometown over in Conway, it's gotten really cold, like it just skipped over fall weather. Every now and then it does the same here. Like it's constantly between about high 40s, low 50s. But as of late, it's been about the low 40s, and at night it gets to the high 30s. So it's it's been an experience, I can tell you that. So something that's really interesting here, the fireworks are still going for that Parliament celebration. So they officially go harder with fireworks than we would in July, or rather, I could just hear them. So that's a little bit crazy. Anyway, I'm about to hit my house. Just got a shower and head on out. Okay, so I just got off the bus. I'm heading there now. So it looks like it's not too far from where I usually go for school, because campus is just behind me where the business center is. So I'll just head around the corner here, follow the road for a little while, and I'll be able to make it. But pretty much, I just really hope that I get a pretty good feel of the community there. I'm sure that I'm going to get a good lesson out of it. Really, all I've been wanting was just like a good Christian community, kind of keep me accountable, and to stay consistent and focused in my studies, in my time with the Lord, personal devotionals, all that stuff. So hopefully this will help me get on that right track. Not to say I haven't been on the right track, but help me stay the course. All right, I believe I found it. It's a little rustic looking. I kind of like it, very classical. Let's see what happens. All right, I found it, you guys. So this is Love Church. Kind of liking the setup so far. It's really pretty. Really pretty. Definitely different from back home. Back home it's a lot more, I guess, modern Southern Baptist looking. So I don't know if they have a denomination. I prefer there was no denomination, because denominations, I feel like they just separate us when we're already supposed to be set apart from everyone else. Not in a way that we're better or anything, but I went on a whole spiel about this before. Anyway, I'll let you know how the service goes. Okay, so we just got done with service, and it was awesome. It reminded me a lot of service from Chi Alpha, a lot of worship. It was also Remembrance Day today for the UK. So they did a lot of memorials for the people that lost their lives, gave their lives for World War I, World War II. And with that, they actually used the idea of recalling remembering the memories that God has given to us in the scriptures, all the stories, and all the things that He's done in our lives personally, so that way we can recall them, retell them, so that way they can be reiterated in our foundation, as well as when we try and tell others, because when we tell the next generation, then they got to be ready, otherwise they won't be prepared. So anyway, Kashan made it here, as well as a couple friends from the volleyball team, Ebony, Vanessa. They made it here tonight as well, so it was really cool. Next time I'll let you go ahead and see them, because they all left already. But about to catch the bus later and head back home, and I guess I will finish everything from there. Okay, so I just actually took the bus, but it wasn't the right bus. Pretty much I had to take one that would at least get me nearby, and I am now along in Winton, along what's this road? I forget what it's called, but probably in about 10 minutes I'll hit campus. So since I got enough lighting for now, I thought I might as well talk a little bit more. So class will start tomorrow. I'm not happy about that. And I haven't really started on my next project yet. That's me procrastinating. But it won't be due until December 8th. So I got probably about 3 weeks, maybe a full month. So I should be good. But it's been nice not really having to go to class or anything. I've had a lot more time to do absolutely nothing. I literally, a couple days ago, I was literally just in my house for a full 24 hours without even changing my pajamas. But then again, that's when I was working on my report. There was one time I wasn't working on my report and that happened. God, it's so cold out here. Can't wait to be home. But anyway, I actually have something that's gonna warm me up and kind of, take a little bit of time away. Got this spicy noodle box from this noodle bar that's on the campus at Lansdowne. It's fire. Fire. Only about £6. In other words, $6. Or should I equate the $1.23 for every pound difference? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. My hands are cold. They are freezing. I will probably talk to you guys once I get back.
Okay, so I finally made it back. Cold as all get out there. I mean, I've heard in Conway it's probably about as cold as it is over here. But anyway, so because of reading week, I forced myself to actually walk around and explore a little bit. Went back to the beach, only this time I was actually able to go on the pier. It was really pretty. The sun just made it work. Also, there was something really funny on the beach. I think there were these people that were recording for some kind of photo shoot to do with, I would say kickboxing or something like that. It's pretty evident from there. But no, she was kicking butt. Anyway, so really, I didn't really get to go out that much. I mean, I got to hang out with the guys as usual, but for the most part, I haven't really went about actually going and traveling a lot just yet. I think it's mainly because we're still in season and there's still a lot of training to do. I think once it dies down, I'll be able to travel around a little bit more. I still got a couple places on my bucket list. Speaking of which, set the date around 11 p.m. on December 14th. That is when I will come back to Arkansas, and I'll be here until the 25th of January. So I'll be here for about a month to 5 weeks. I'll be back. I'll be seeing all my friends and family, and I'll be getting my basketball training in like every day like I used to. Probably get better from there. So really, I just can't wait to see everybody. But before I go, as promised, I have a list right here on these post-it notes. Things that I should probably tell you guys that are totally different between the US and the UK. Okay, so I learned that there's a sugar restriction here. So that would explain why the candy really isn't as sweet like here as it would be back home. I remember tasting a Kit Kat and I did not get myself a break. I still felt like I was at work. That was lame. So also the roads here, they're so much smaller, and thus in turn the cars are actually a lot smaller. Like they're just a lot more compact. It's hard to, honestly, I almost got hit by a bus while I was on the sidewalk, and I was pretty well on the sidewalk, so I would have gotten that tuition money easy. But the big thing with the cars is that they also don't parallel park like we do. Like, you know how we would usually follow the way of traffic, whichever way that we're gonna park. That's not necessarily the case. Sometimes they're bumper to bumper or headlight to headlight, and then sometimes they're facing the normal way, headlight to bumper, which, I'm used to. But seeing this, it I just wondered, how did they get out? How did they get to the other side? Because there's barely even enough space to begin with when it comes with driving. And then the last thing before I go, one of the first weeks here, I messed up a little bit because I didn't realize that the power outlets are totally different here. So what I have here, so I have one of these boxes that fits into the UK plugins, and then I can use our plugins, and then boom. So I asked my mom to send me these surge protector strips with our own outlets. So what I did, I decided to use the box, plug it into this, plug it into the wall. As soon as I flipped this on, lights went out. I was without power in my outlets for about, I would say, that entire weekend, because no one was able to come and fix it. So yeah, that's what I get for trying to cheat the system. Anyway, that's all I really have. So until next week, once again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me. And thank you for all your prayers about the church and your kind words about that. I knew I was going to be able to find one, and I believe I have. So thank you for just being diligent in that and helping me find that spiritual home that I need while I'm here. I will keep everybody updated with everything that goes on this week. It should be a little bit busy now since we got a game Monday. We're off on Wednesday, so we should be able to actually go and do stuff. And yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later.
Well, I don't have to worry about the wildlife here. There's a fat squirrel. I could eat him later.